Hey, Claire Williamson here. As you might know, if you've been on my channel, I love generating leads for my business through social media. But what you might have noticed since the outage last week is that your reach of your posts has gone down. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to get your reach back up so that you can start connecting with your clients, your ideal clients again, and you don't have to experience that frustration of posting and just getting 1, 2 likes or even crickets. So what is the Instagram algorithm? A lot of people will say that the Instagram algorithm, it's working against me, it's got it in for me. Actually, the Instagram algorithm can work for you if you work with it. It's like biohacking. It's like working with the body in the way that the body works to get those outcomes. You've got to do the same with the algorithm. What does the algorithm want? The algorithm wants you to be social. It wants you to have activity on your posts. It wants you to be creating a community vibe. It wants to be the best platform out there on social media. It is competing against places like TikTok, which is why there has been the dawn of Reels. And now Reels are the big thing on Instagram, and Reels are the thing driving engagement. But you might have even noticed, if you've already jumped into Reels, that your engagement has gone down on those too. So while originally your Reels would have easily been reaching 2,000, 3,000 people, you might now be noticing that you're reaching a mere 100, 200, maybe 500 people tops. I've had clients reaching out to me about this, going from having viral Reels to not having their Reels seen, and they're asking why. Why is this happening? What can I do about this? And so I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. So grab a pen and pencil, because here it comes. So if Instagram is a social media platform, it is looking for you to be social. It is wanting engagement. You need engagement on your post. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start posting more regularly and in a more valuable way. How can you do this? You can ask yourself, what are the questions that your audience have right now? What are they asking themselves? What are the things that are keeping them up at night? And how can you create content from here? You want to be posting 3 to 4 times, 5 times even a day. And that might seem like a hell of a lot of content on Instagram, especially if you're a mum like me. But through testing, I've seen that when you up those posts, when you up those frequencies of posts, your engagement goes up as well. So you do not have to be sharing your own content all of the time. I put a little bit of time aside now every few days to sit and go through Reels, go through the Explore tab, browse my feed and find content that I can save to actually reshare or recreate. It's not about always coming from your own place of creation and, racking your brains to come up with these content ideas, because the content ideas are already there. You just have to frame them to answer the questions that your audience has. So get that pen out and ask yourself, what are the top 5 questions that my audience has this week, and how can I share answers to those as valuable posts? Here are some ideas for your Reels to get you inspired with creating some Reels over the next few days. What if over the next 3 days you could create 3 Reels? And here is how you're going to create them. Number 1, whatever problem they have, whatever they're thinking about, you're going to show them the red flags. You may have seen the red flags reel going around where they're pointing out the red flags when it comes to the algorithm, when it comes to content, when it comes to DMs, when it comes to sales conversations. So you're going to use this approach for your content. You're going to come up with the red flags. What should your audience be avoiding? It's almost like, what are the things that they're doing wrong? And then you can put a little point down to the caption where you're going to show them how to do it right. What do we want in engagement? We're looking for likes and comments. Shares are great, saves are great, but for you to be able to go and have conversations from your posts, which is where you're going to make sales, you want to have likes and comments. You can't see who's sharing, you can't see who's saving. So you want to have the likes and comments so that you can go straight from your post into the DM and have a conversation. And if you want a script, to know how to reach out to somebody in a way that works on the DM, then make sure you comment below and make sure you click the link below, in the comment below as well. Say hey, but click the link below this video, because that's going to give you access to something where you can actually see the kind of message that will work in the direct messenger. The second valuable post is a swap this for that. You're going to think about that question that they have, this thing that they're struggling about, and you're going to show them that things, again, that they're doing that are not necessarily the best things, and you're going to give them swaps. So again, you can do this as a powerful reel. You don't have to dance, you don't have to do magic tricks. It's simply pointing to one side, pointing the other side. This could also be done as a carousel. Carousel posts are powerful on Instagram because you get a second chance at getting reach on your post. So what Instagram does when you put any content online is it shows it to your most engaged following. And if they engage, it then broadens that reach. If they don't engage, it strangles the reach because it's not seen as a social popular post. So what happens with a carousel is they will show every single graphic, every single page of the carousel to see whether it gets that reach. So you're getting more chances to get engagement. So carousel posts are actually perfect to boost your engagement. So you could either do the swap this for that as a reel, or you could do the swap this for that as a carousel, or you could even do it as a static post. That is your second valuable post idea. Your third valuable post. We do want to talk to our audience's problems, but we also want to talk to their desires. Social media is so desire driven. It's such an organic type of searching. If we go onto Google, then we're going on with our problems and our questions. We're intentionally searching for something. But on social media, it's so much more subtle. We have these problems that we have, and we're actually more desire-led in the things that we click into. So we're inspired by things. We feel like people are cheerleading for us. We see people that have what we want, and we're curious to know how they do it, right? And that is where we will follow, and we will like, and we will comment, and we will engage, and we will save, and we will share those posts. So a really amazing desire-led post is to really share your story. So for example, I shared a reel just pointing my hand up, right, down on these things that I'd experienced, these adversities that I experienced. And I said, I'm not still standing, I'm thriving, right? So you can dig into your story and you can say, maybe it's the broken relationship, maybe it's the chronic illness, maybe it's all of these, maybe it's a list of limiting beliefs, but you got over them to have what you want. So that is another powerful example of a really valuable post, because we have to get this value going on Instagram. So number one, we're upping the frequency of your posts. You have lots of options. You have those carousels, static posts, reels. Your face doesn't go very far on Instagram. That is much better for Facebook. You really do want to be sharing the shareable content, the type of content that anybody will share and it will make it go viral. Or if you do use your face, it's very value driven. It's not about you, it's about them. It's about solving something for them. So you're going to up those frequency of the post, and you're going to pour way more value into your post. And that is the first way that you are going to claw that reach back. The second way you're going to claw that reach back is through your stories. Have you ever noticed how when you engage in somebody's stories, their content shows up at the top of your newsfeed? So again, we want to have really engaging stories. We want to have many, many stories. We want people pouring themselves into their content, seeing all of you. Your stories are like your outtakes. It's like the little pieces of your life that people get curious about. It's the little snippets of value. Poll stickers, other stickers, question stickers, they are amazing to get engagement in those stories, because again, from that engagement, you can start conversations. So ask people questions, get them to share stuff, get them to choose between things, have fun, be open, share yourself. But up those stories and up the engagement in your stories, and that is going to have a flow-on effect into the reach of your posts, because you're going to start being seen as somebody who is valuable on Instagram, and Instagram's going to increase your reach. There are people saying that Instagram is strangling reach because it is just turning into Facebook and wanting you to pay for advertising, but I really don't believe that is true, because Instagram has actually really changed its strategy recently. It has introduced ways to monetize Instagram. They're paying content creators to go live. They are looking at paying people to share reels. They have guides on Instagram, the shop on Instagram. I don't believe that they need us to be paying for advertising. They have lots of monetization options available, and what they really want is for people to get social. And so with all these people putting content up, they're just pushing us a little bit harder to be more creative and be more valuable. So the question is, are you up for that challenge? If the answer is yes, you really, really want to get into a space where you can connect with your own value. Because if you are in your business going 100 miles an hour right now, if your brain is racing, if you're busy, you are not going to be able to connect to valuable content. You're just going to be in a survival mode where your thoughts are going to be taking over, you're going to end up overthinking, and it's just going to be really, really hard for you. So that same link that you see down in the description of this video, if you click through there and drop your email in, you're going to get access to something really powerful. It is my 5-step lead generation machine that focuses on you. It focuses on how we get you into the energy of creation, productivity, attraction, and like I say, as a bonus, just for watching this video, you're also going to get that DM script. So make sure you put your details into that link through the description, and we can really get you started becoming really valuable on social media and really working with this algorithm. Like I said, the algorithm is here to support you. It is not a monster. It is not here to stop you. It is not here to strangle you. It is here to support you to grow your business. And social media is such a phenomenal way to connect with the leads that you can really impact with your business. And when we impact people, when we show up with value, we make money, right? So the third important way that you are going to claw back that reach on Instagram is to shorten your captions. Instagram is favoring short captions right now. So if you're like me and you've been writing these massive long essays under your pictures, under your videos, under your reels, then you have got to shorten those captions, and that is going to make a massive difference to your reach. So keep those captions short. You also want to be using, and this is the fourth way you're going to claw back that Instagram algorithm in your favor, is reduce the amount of hashtags that you are using and be more strategic with your hashtags. Do some research, spend some time looking at the hashtags that your ideal clients are following. I have a big question for you. Do you know who your ideal client is? And do you know enough about that ideal client? Because if you don't, then that is going to be a massive block for you. There are some powerful questions that you can be asking yourself, and always also researching as well, using things like answerthepublic.com. That's an amazing website that you can go on and you can actually see what people are searching online. You can use forums like Quora and Reddit, and you can actually find out the problems that your audience are asking questions about, because then you can start answering those questions with your content. You can also ask yourself, how can I get Instagram to show my content to my ideal client? The answer to this is to be engaging in the kind of content that your audience is actually engaging in. The algorithm is looking at data points all of the time. Everything that you do on Instagram is a data point. The time that you spend hovering over a post, the posts that you click on, the stories that you like, the stories that engage in, it's always taking data from this engagement and asking itself, what do you like? So you want to make sure that it sees that you like the type of content that your clients like, because then you can get into that content, you can see who is liking and engaging in that content, and you can engage with them so that they then see your content on their newsfeed and see your stories as well. Again, the minute that you engage with somebody in their stories or in the direct messenger, it's going to bring up your content on the top of their newsfeed. So it is guaranteeing you that they see your content. So again, as long as we are bringing in that powerful, valuable content, and you are somebody worth following, and you are a resource to them, you are useful to them, you're giving them practical hints and tips and ways to do things, then they are going to jump on your profile, they're going to follow your profile, and they're going to be wanting to see more of what you have. So the final thing I wanted to talk about before we jump off is, and this really is a reminder after the outage last week, is how you are getting your clients, prospective clients, leads off Instagram. How are you funneling them away from Instagram so that if Instagram goes down, disappears forever, you still have a list of people that you can do business with? I know there would have been a lot of people last week when Instagram went down really worried. They had no way of engaging with their prospective clients. They had no way of answering their lead questions. They had no way of putting content out, speaking to their audiences if they didn't have a list. So you have to be thinking, how do I get my clients off Instagram? How do I get them into a funnel where I can nurture them and sell to them? The personal story formula funnel is a powerful funnel that generally skips this part completely, because we are able to really warm our audience through our personal story content, which means we can often close our audience in the direct messenger without taking them away from Instagram at all. However, this doesn't mean that we should just rely on this, and there will also be people who need a little bit of extra warming. So an email list, an email nurture sequence is so powerful to capturing those leads. So you want to ask yourself, how likely is it that somebody is going to put their digits into your lead magnet in your bio? How likely is it that they are even going to click the link to your bio? This is all about selling yourself. This is all about really talking to a problem that your audience wants to solve. So think to yourself, when it comes to the thing that you are trying to solve, what is the first thing that they want to get over? What is the first problem that they want to solve when it comes to the result that you're creating? You can ask yourself, what is the first thing my client thinks about when it comes to the problem that I can solve? If you work to solve one of their small problems and solve it really positively, they're going to want to take further steps with you. Also, if it is a small problem, you're not asking them to marry you on the first date. You are not energetically asking them to put themselves into something, commit to something heavy. And, you know, we've all been in that place where something is keeping us up at night. Like, how do I solve this thing? I'm really stuck. It might be, how do I write my bio statement? How do I worked with a real estate over the weekend, and she was like, how do I connect with my ideal clients? And we came up with, how do you put your house, what are the 5 ways to get your house open home ready? That's the first thing that comes into your head when you think about selling your house, right? It's like, how on earth can I put my house, you know, in a state that it's going to be okay for open homes? And we will avoid calling the real estate in, you know, until that point, because we're embarrassed at the state of our house, or we don't want them to appraise it too low. So that is a problem that is really easy to solve. It's a powerful lead magnet. It's going to be something that somebody is looking for, and you want to ask yourself those same questions. How can you be super valuable to your audience? How can you solve a problem that they have that doesn't require them marrying you on the first date? It's just them dipping their feet in, grabbing something small, helping themselves on their first problem. If you do that in a powerful way, they're going to work onwards with you, and it gives you this benefit of taking them off Instagram should anything happen with Instagram in the future. But you've also got this second way of nurturing them if you don't manage to close them in the DM from your content. So I hope that this has been a really helpful video. Those are my best tips to boost your algorithm reach back up right now. You are going to claw back that reach. You are going to get your message and movement out to as many people as possible. And if I can be of any more help at all, then please drop me a comment and I will answer your questions directly. I would also love you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that link in the description. You are going to get an amazing 5-step proven lead generation machine, and I'm going to throw in a free DM script as well for everybody that engages in this video. How am I going to know that you have engaged? I want you to like and comment on this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.